Oh my God, what am I doing outside? Time to start the show. I'm coming. What's up, guys and gals? This is Eric vtuber, and today is a very exciting video for you guys because if you found this video, you probably want to become a VTuber, and by the end of this video, we're going to show you how to put your metahuman inside your environment, just like this. You'll be able to move around your environment, you'll be able to jump, and you'll be able to set up scenes like this where you can do some incredible VTubing. All right, if you're ready, let's dive in. I'm going to move at a pace today that enables you ideally to follow along. You might want to hit pause on this video to catch up if you need to, but let's go. Under the file menu, I want you to create a new project. All right. And in the project type, I want you to select games and then make a third person. All right. If you've already done this and you've started work on your environment, you can use that environment, but I'm going to assume that most of you have not watched my earlier videos or that you just need to start from scratch. So let's do this. We'll call it My VTuber Life. And you do want to choose Blueprint, Desktop, Maximum, and you can put in the starter content. You should do that. And whether you click ray tracing or not really doesn't matter at this point. Click on Create. All right, that will essentially restart the Unreal Engine and bring you into your new level. All right, so this environment is the basic environment. I do not want to use this. I don't want you to use this. So I do want you to go and create a brand new level. And I want you to create a empty level, this fourth option over here, empty level, and create that. That way you have nothing, all right? It's completely starting from scratch, and we're all gonna have the same environment. All right, now the next thing that I want you to do is go up to Window and choose the Environment Light Mixer. Click that, and then I want you to click on Create Skylight, Create Atmospheric Light 0, Create Sky Atmosphere, Create Volumetric Cloud, and create Height Fog. And then you can close this window and go up to Save up here in the top left and save the current level. All right. It's going to give you a name because it wants to know what the new map is. And we can call this VTuber. And click Save. All right. So now we have our map right here, and that we will want to use as our default map. Now we need to build some geometry and put that in environment. Follow along exactly as I am doing. Go up here to this menu where you can add objects, go down to shapes and choose a cube. All right, now for that cube properties, I want you to go over here on the right where it shows scale and type in 20 for the red box, 20 for the green box, and for this last box, 0.05. All right. And now you have a floor in the environment. And I'm just using my left mouse to move back and forth out of that. All right. So want to do that. Now I want to do some housekeeping over here in the top right before we get any further. See these directional lights, all these objects that we added into the environment? I want you to right click up here and choose Create Folder. And we'll just call this folder Sky. All right. Then I want you to left click on directional light and then shift click to the last item down here, volumetric cloud, and then right click, go down to where it says move to, and put that in the sky folder. And that's going to make everything tidy for our environment. It's a good thing to just be organized like this. And you can click this little down arrow right here to collapse the sky elements if you want. All right. So now we're back in our environment, and we need to put a mannequin in place because I want you to see roughly the size of this. So go over here to content and type in ABP, and you'll have Manny, and you can drag that in. So now you know how big your environment is because that's just a reference point. We're going to delete Manny later on. All right, now it's time to get the metahuman, so just follow along. You want to go up to the window menu and choose Quixel Bridge. Once you're inside the Quixel Bridge, you want to open the folder where it's My Metahumans. And if you watched my other video right here, you've already created a metahuman for yourself. If you haven't already, go back and do that. But now I want to bring and download my metahuman. So I select it and make sure you choose highest quality down here in the left, and then click on download. And I'm going to start the download process again, even though I've already downloaded. So you can see that this does take a while. Now I'm going to speed up the video, but you can see it's still on 0%. It will take a little while. So go grab a drink, a cup of coffee, something, but your character will eventually get down onto your computer. Now I know you're sitting there and you're getting pretty impatient and you think it's stuck, but it's not. Just give it time. It'll get that file, all those files, down to your computer. We're almost done. All right, that did take a while, and I actually had to restart Unreal Engine for it to come down. I don't know if I had an internet snag or whatever, but it did eventually come down. It says downloaded right here. By the way, on my screen, it's green, but you know, for some reason in the recording, you don't see that. So now I need to add it to my environment. First, I downloaded it at the highest quality. Now I need to add it. So I click on the add button, and that is going to import it into the engine. And again, this could take a little while, but we're almost done. And when it finishes the import, you're going to get a bunch of notifications over here, and just click enable missing, and enable missing for all those prompts. And you'll notice down here at the bottom, it says preparing shaders, 1,700 of them for me. And I want to let this process finish. So choose restart later. The reason you have to restart is because of all those plugins that were modified, but let this just run. Again, I know this is a little time consuming for you guys. You can just pause the video, wait for this stuff to happen, but we are almost there. We are almost going to bring your VTuber to life. All right, now while those shaders are downloading, I just want to let you guys know that if you have any questions or something in this process doesn't work right for you, be sure to drop a comment below. That way I can help you out. And if you want faster or easier access to me, you can also join my Discord channel, and there is a link to that channel in the video description. Okay, so I am here to help you. Rest assured, we have all had challenges going through these processes. Sometimes things don't show up. Sometimes there's error messages. I don't know your system configuration, so a lot can happen, and I am here to help you. All right, so I'm going to skip forward in the video to where the shaders are complete, and then it's time for us to add our character into our environment. And you will only have to do this once. So the shader process is just the initial configuration, if you will, and processing that's needed to be able to bring your VTuber to life in the environment. I know it feels like a little painful process, but once it's done, you won't have to do it again unless you update your metahuman or bring in another one. So we're almost done. All right, we are down and we are done. Okay, I know that was a painful process, but the good news is we are where we need to be. Now, don't forget, we skipped the restart process. So I want you to go up the top left and click on Save. And then I want you to click on the X and exit your Unreal Engine because you need to restart it. So click on the X. The Epic Games launcher should come back in. So just launch the engine now again. All right, and if the Quixel bridge is open, you can click on Close. There may be a few more shaders that needed to happen. And if you'll notice, we're in the original level. I will show you how to change that at the end of this video. But right now you should be able, under Content, to see your level that we created from scratch. So open that up. And now we are back in our environment. And it's time for us to do what we need to do to bring our metahuman to life. Okay? You're now going to have a folder in the left-hand side over here in your content browser for Metahuman. So go ahead and click on that, and you'll see a folder with the name of your Metahuman. Go ahead and open that folder. Okay, so what I want you to do once you have your blueprint class right here is we want to make a backup. So left click on it and then right click and choose duplicate from the drop-down menu. And just call that, let's see, I'm going to just add a underscore on the end. You can't have spaces. And I'm going to call it backup so I know what that file was created for. All right, now double click on your Metahuman blueprint and it will open up this blueprint, which could seem extremely overwhelming for you, but I'm going to walk you through everything. All right, so go ahead if you want to make that full size. All right, so we need to do a whole bunch of things. Go up to the top right here where it has class settings and click on that button. Then come over to the right where it says parent class. Go over and choose the drop down and type BP, and you'll see the BP third person character. Choose that as the parent class. And if it's not green, click on compile, and doesn't hurt to click save because this is multiple steps. All right, now over on the left, choose this body right here and then click and drag it and drop it on mesh. Now, I'm not going to teach you guys exactly why we're doing all this, but in general, we're taking the third-person character, the default character that has all the coding for a third-person game, and we're bringing our metahuman, essentially replacing it. All right, so once you have dragged body under mesh, you can scroll all the way down, and it will have this root right here. Just select it, and then hit delete on your keyboard, because you won't need that. Notice compile is now probably with a question mark, so click on it and choose save. All right, now scroll up to where body is, choose body, and now up here in the menu, I want you to click on viewport, and that will show you your character. And the first thing that you'll notice is that your character is floating on top of the standard mannequin. And that's the next thing we're going to do is over here on the right where it says location, we're going to just click this little arrow here to reset it to the default value, which is 0, and we'll do the same thing for rotation. So now we have put our character in the same rotation as the default third-person character. Go ahead and click on save. All right, over on the left-hand side where it says variables, I want you to click on retarget mode enabled. And then come over to the right, and the default value for retarget mode enabled, choose on. Okay? And once you do that, your metahuman, if you look closely, should be moving. And mine is moving in the idle pose position. The very first time I did this, the particular metahuman that I chose was, really just still in beta, and my character was not moving. So if your character's not moving and you followed every single step at this point, you may have an issue with your metahuman, but hopefully yours is moving. And you can go ahead and click on compile and click on save. And again, I'm going kind of slow so you guys can follow along. And that's a big celebration point, by the way. We are almost there if your metahuman is moving. All right, now go over here on your left and choose mesh. And then up in the top search box, I want you to type VIS for visible. And when it shows up with this visible right here, I want you to uncheck it. And that will remove the mannequin and only show your metahuman. We'll click on compile and we'll click on save again. Now choose mesh again over here on the left since we saved. And if you typed VIS, down here under advanced, you want to change this from always tick pose to always tick pose and refresh bones. All right, now click on compile again and click on save. Once you have completed all those steps, you can close the blueprint window. You will not need that anymore. And now I want you to go over here on the left, in the lower left, choose the third person folder, open up the blueprints folder by double clicking, and then the little screen here with the controller, I want you to double click on that with your left mouse, and we're nearing the final setting. Over here in the default pawn class, you want to change from the third person character to your metahuman, and you should see it in the drop down list. If for some reason you don't see it, you skipped one of the steps. So I'm going to choose Cooper. I'm going to click compile in the top left. Please do that and click on save, and then you can close this. And you're ready. Click on play. And there's your third person metahuman. And if you click W, you run. If you hit the spacebar, you jump. And you have now added your metahuman into your environment. Yeah. Happy birthday. Welcome to VTubing. I'm so proud of you guys. This is a huge moment of celebration. All right, to stop playing, hit the escape key. And you should click on save your current level. And why don't you come down here and click save all so that we get this dialog box and then choose save selected because we have changed some of our assets. All right, you guys, if you want as the final step, you can remove the mannequin from the environment by just choosing it and hitting the delete key because you won't need it. You have a third-person character that every time you click play will start. All right, well, that is it for this video. In the next video, and it's the last one in this Getting Started VTubing series, I'm going to show you how to use Live Link on your iPhone for you to be able to animate the character. Okay, I've switched back over to my standard environment because I want to show you guys a couple things before we wrap up this video. Go up to the top right where there are settings and choose the project settings. And over in the project settings, there's maps and modes on the left. And I promised you guys earlier that I would show you how you can start at the level that you want. And that is right as in here. First of all, if you'll notice under default pawn class, it should show your metahuman that you are using. I am using, of course, Eric. And then down here, when the editor startup map is, that's where you can choose the level that you want. And remember, we built some new levels. So choose the default level that you want. And once you are done with that, you can close it. You can click save, and then when you launch the editor, it will always open you to that map. All right, everybody, I am so excited for you guys. I remember my birthday, and it took me a long time to get there. I hope this short video series has helped you gain your confidence with Unreal, be able to create a metahuman and bring it into the environment. There is still so much to learn, and in the last video, I'm going to show you how to set up Live Link, add the plugin to your environment so that you can do live facial animation just as you are seeing right here. All right, that's the next video. So glad you guys made it. Happy birthday. So proud of you. Once again, if you have any questions, be sure to post a comment. Think about joining the Discord channel. And if you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like. That will help amplify this and get other people to be aware of the video. And don't forget to click on subscribe as I make videos for you guys on a regular basis. I'm really enjoying my life as a VTuber. I hope you are too. If you have any feedback around the music or the pacing or anything, I really would love to hear from you guys. That's going to do it for this video. Now let's figure out how to get your face animating in the next one.